Hello and welcome to Rifle Shotgun and Four-Wheel Drive. Welcome back. Going through the parts, I have actually used Presto Black on these parts you see in front of you. On the bolt, this is Presto Black. Presto Black on the magazine. I've got to wipe this down a little bit. This is how it's come out from its bath in Coca-Cola. And then Presto Black on it. Came out pretty nice. This is about 4 coats. I've got a coat on it now drying. And what you want to do is when you get it where you want it, you take, I have some soapy water. I'll just spray it down real quick. Trying to get any in the inside. And then wipe it off. I've got it dripping everywhere. That's what it looks like. So it came out pretty good. It was pretty rusty. If you guys have been following along, came out really nice, really shiny. Get some of the water off there. Let it dry. And you can take a torch to it or heat it up with a heat gun just to help it dry. Because then you're going to put oil on this to kind of preserve it. Everything else I've done in Presto Black. This has been Presto Blacked. Came out pretty nice. And the colors I want. Looks good. On the bolt. Here we have the front barrel band. And then the front sight was Presto Black. So it's not super black. So I'm debating. I saw another channel, the clip follower came out really nice with Presto Black. So all those parts came out real nice. The rear sling swivel came out really nice. And I'll have to put some oil on those. I did do the back side of the butt plate, just that little spring there. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be that color, but that's the color it came. And we'll just basically clean that off a little bit. And that came out nice and dark on that back spring. I don't know if I'll do anything to this butt plate. I have one that's brass that I might use, but I don't think that goes for the Mark IV. I think it's for a Mark III. So that's that. Okay, so I've got all this done. This piece I Presto Blacked as well. So I saw on another channel somebody uses Brownell's Aluma-Hyde matte black, and he used it on the whole gun. I actually used it on the nose cone, and it came out nice and dark. I kind of like that. So I'm thinking about putting that on the receiver. Taped it off and just did the nose cone on here. That's what it came out as. So it's a little darker. Not too bad. Aluma black versus that paint. So it looks pretty good. I mean, it comes out to a pretty good contrast. The clip, you can see the clip. It's a little darker than the clip, but the clip's going to be back farther down here. So that looks pretty nice in the stock. It's not all rusty like it was. So I kind of like that. So I think I'm going to do that on the receiver on this part. And I'll bring you guys along. The barrel's green. I'm not going to do anything to the barrel. I might Aluma Black the nose on this and the front sight. I don't know if I want to spray it. I'm going to try and spray the back here with this Brownells and see how it comes out. And I'll tape this off. Just kind of spray this here. I might use Aluma Black on this. I just want to get the upper part. See how that comes out. I should probably take out the sight, but I think I'll just cover that and see how it comes out. I might end up taking that off. Yeah, let's try that and see what happens. Let's get some tape. Let's see how we're going to do this, because I don't want to get this stuff all over the green barrel. I want to preserve that that green on there. I might Aluma-Black those little spots where it's worn through, just for protection. But other than that, I'm going to protect it. We'll just go through and try not to get all that. Let's try this rear sight. This is going to be interesting. They're going to come out great or come out as a mess. But I'll bring you along for the ride. So this has all been acetoned and cleaned. Probably want to get that rear sight taped up. I used Aluma-Black on the Mark V that I did, and it came out pretty good with that. So let's give it a shot and see what happens, guys. This is going to be interesting. And this stuff is actually supposed to be pretty good. Doesn't scrape off like everything else. Supposed to handle cleaners and things like that. Doesn't come off right away. It's like painting a car. I want to give it too heavy of a coat. And anywhere in the action I can always take steel wool and clean that off. And it says it dries fast, so just short bursts. Not trying to get crazy, just trying to get all the nooks and crannies to the bottom of the sight. It's looking pretty good so far. Just nice even light coats. Kind of trying to get the original finish like it had on it. Inside here, inside rail. I can clean it up with I might do that rear sight. Let it dry and then hit the rear sight later. That's coming out pretty good. Well, let's see. Let me support this for a minute. It does dry pretty fast. Let me get another roll of tape to support this. Let's tape off the front of the barrel. See how that comes out. Looks pretty good so far. I use painter's tape because it doesn't stick super tight. I can get it off. Just kind of come down the barrel a little bit so I don't get anything on the barrel. And here we go. Pretty good coating. There's the stamp, import stamp on it. The bottom. I'm going to do too heavy of a coat because I'm going to have the ears around that. But it's kind of cool with this green barrel. I kind of like that. That was kind of neat. I got to take some smush off of here, but leave this little spots. I'll probably just use perma black on it. Oh man. Anything else? I should try this ring right here. Since I got it there. Good, all the match. It dries pretty fast. I mean, it's already tacky, so that should be pretty good. Let's see if I can blow us up. And warm it all up a little bit. Let it dry a little faster. You want to get it hot, so you want to get it warm. Back in here, kind of protect it a little bit. Get the barrel up here. I think I'm going to stop there and just let it dry. That's coming out pretty good. Now let's see, we got to support this. How am I going to support that? Just like that. So it looks pretty good. If you've been following my videos, this is what steaming did to this part of the stock. This was black, and it came out pretty good. I mean, it was just pure black and grease and everything, and I cleaned the inside real well. Looks pretty good. Got everything out. I'll probably put some shellac in here just to kind of protect it. Here are the upper pieces I've been working on. This one had a crack. You can kind of see it right through here. Split all the way down. And then I wood glued it and then super glued it here. The front nose cap, I did Presto black on it to get that color to come through, which looks really nice. This is the original stock. These lines were really light. So what I did is I took a Dremel tool and went in here, little cutting disc, and I opened up these lines again. So they'd be more prevalent, and I've actually put true oil on this just to see how it would come out. And then on this piece, the other part, I did Presto black on the front, and this one had a crack in here, runs right through here, and I went ahead and fixed that. Had a little one here, I fixed that. There's a chunk of wood taken out here on the side. So I have another piece of wood on here. I've got some accu-glass coming. I'm going to glue this in to this channel here with accu-glass, and I'm going to try and, the idea is to kind of sand this all down flat and get this to fit in and then fill in this crack. And see if I can get that to come out, and then dye this or stain it so it kind of matches the color of this, and see how that comes out. So something else I've been working on. I've actually got these two pieces off eBay that I'm going to be putting on. I'm just playing with these just to see how they came out. And this one actually came out pretty good, better than I thought. You can't really see if it's a crack. It just looks like a line through there. I used shellac and wood shavings from the inside of one of the other stocks to kind of fill this crack up so it's dark, so it kind of matches all the dark spots on here. Same thing with this. This one's a little bit better. Just this chunk taken out. I'm going to figure out how to fill in this chunk. So I'll be working on that. I'll show you guys how I do that. This is just like a template. I got to get a piece of redwood or beech or birch and use this as a template to kind of get it in here. Hopefully matches just a little bit better. But just a piece I cut out, working it to get it as close as I can, so I can fill all this in and then sand it all down. So something to do, something to play with. But I have the other pieces to put it back together, so I'm not worried about that. So that's what I'm waiting on. Get this done. I'll be putting it back together after it dries. Hopefully didn't leave any marks. Nope. Looks pretty good. Nice and black. Just like the originals. This one's dated 1943. And it just has number 4 Mark 1, so there's no marks from having it redone or anything like that. Everything seems to be working and nothing's sticking, so that's a good thing. That paint didn't make anything stick, so it looks good. So that's my green barrel number 4 Mark 1. This should be going together here pretty quick, and then we're going to take them both out and shoot them, the Mark 5 and this one, and I'll do a video of that. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thanks for following, and if you guys have any questions, let me know. And thanks for all the support. I really appreciate it.